Here I was thinking I was a free man, and I have to get up and go out there. At least it's light out. As my friend Steve would say, at least it's not stupid o'clock. But it is 7 o'clock, but I'm never up at 7 o'clock ever.
Well, what a pleasant return to work. Look at it out here, man. I thought, it didn't rain that much yesterday. I thought the rain had moved out, but apparently I get it for my one day that I'm... Yeah, well, what's there to say, man? I mean, at least it's not stupid o'clock. I am running late, though. Let's see, what time is it? 8:19? 8:20? Okay, I gotta be there by 8:44 a.m. Shouldn't be a problem. Because there shouldn't be too much traffic today. Like none, hopefully. Oh, look at it out here, will you? Give me a break. Jeez. One good thing is, it's not dark. I'm not driving in the dark. I'm used to driving in this crap in the dark. And let me tell you something, that is hell in a dinosaur bus with windshield wipers that barely work. They make a lot of noise, but they don't take off much. They don't take off much moisture, and they smudge it around, and it's just horrible. Come on. Jeez. Don't turn on red, so I'm not turning. Because I'm a professional! Yeah, right. Whatever, man. It's hard to get back to the little routine here, but once I got going and it became familiar, I actually had a TriMet dream last night, too. I'd been retired and I came back and I saw some of the old faces. It woke me up. The dream was so vivid. It was one of those really vivid dreams. I woke up at 3 this morning, so I'm going on 4 hours sleep. Safety first. Actually, that's about normal for a TriMet driver. Actually, that's good night's sleep for most drivers. I mean, a lot of drivers, they'll work 13 straight days. They'll work till 2 in the morning and then do what's called a double back. They'll work till 2 or 3 in the morning, then come back at 5 a.m. and work another 10-hour shift. Very, very safe. But you know how it is. Safety only applies to the things management wants it to apply to. It does not apply to the things that management doesn't want it to apply to. In other words, safety is a very, very subjective value in this agency, and I'm sure in every other agency. It's not. There's no way you can improve. You're talking about people. People are behind the wheel, and we're behind the wheel around a lot of other people who are also behind the wheel. We're subject to the other traffic and how they're driving. Well, it's fairly busy commute for Saturday morning, but I think we'll make it plenty of time. We will not be late for our shift. Oh man, look at it! Look at this weather! Come on, God! You gotta do this to me, it's just my last hurrah, and it can't even be a nice, sunny, beautiful day. No, it has to be miserable, raining, hard day. Why do people speed up when you try to pass them? Have you ever noticed that? People speed up. As soon as you try to pass them, they're going faster. Well, I'm going to speed up even faster. I'm going to see if I can pass this guy. Come on, Ford Ranger. We're up to 60. into a huge puddle. I just hydroplaned all over the road. That's why I definitely going fast. Now he backs off, and I'm getting over and slowing down. Whoa. You didn't see that because I didn't have my camera. I forgot my camera mount because I don't bring it in. I took all my shit out because I really was not supposed to be working today, but I screwed up my days off, which I seem to do quite often when I'm dealing with this stuff. I don't count them right or something. And they make it so hard for us too. The mini runners, they make it hard for us because we have to define our leave hour, our vacation hours from our floating hours, whereas a full-time, all I gotta do is put down leave. So it gets all complicated for us to take our stupid days off. And then I was looking at my check and I noticed that the payroll, even though I put down vacation day, they took it as a floater. They took my floaters before my vacation, even though I put down vacation days first as days off. Because I looked at my check right after my first vacation. Can you believe this? Look at this. Holy cow. It is absolutely horrendous out here, folks. I mean, we're talking shittiest fucking weather. I'm going 70 right now, too. Shittiest fucking weather you can have. And here I am. And it's look at how gray it is out there, too. Doesn't look like we're going to have any let up today. So I get to drive a dinosaur in the rain. 10 fucking glorious hours of this crap. And just think, people are dying to get those 10-hour shifts. Oh yeah. See, now that leads me to my next point. I'm not used to doing rants anymore because I don't rant it. I'm done. But that's the problem with the company. It's all based on greed. People take this job because it's money. I was just talking to Steve Fung this morning about that. Why would people take this job? For one reason, money and benefits. There's no other reason to be here. And once they get here, it's like, well, how much money can I make? We've noticed that a lot of the people that end up working here have never had a good paying job in their life. This is the first one. So they're enthralled with the prospect of lots of money here. Of course, it's not that much money. It's middle class money. And if you want to spend your life here, of course, you can make 100,000 if you want to spend 13 out of every 14 days here, like some of the drivers. Of course, I find that to be like living in hell for me. So somebody like me would never be able to handle that. I can't even handle a 3-day work. There's a Sunset Transit Center and 62's in service. All closed up, of course. I never understand the drivers that lock the passengers out in the rain like this. I just don't get it. And I don't understand why the company didn't just finally crack down on that. Really, if it's going to be like this outside, don't you have any humanity? Wouldn't you leave your doors open for the people? Who cares if they care? God, all these damn disputes. I've been listening to a lot of dispatch. I'm live tweeting my dispatch calls now. I'm sure to the delight of the management. Sorry. It's funny how things work out, management, isn't it? You know, sometimes, oh wow, the car was there. I didn't even see him because he doesn't have the lights on. So I cut him right off. Damn it. Sorry about that. Why would you ride without your lights on a day like today? See that guy there? Can you see him? He's riding with no lights on the highway. You can see the visibility. See, now the universe is going to fuck with me today. Thank you, God or universe. I'm having a lot of events happening in my life which are giving me pause about even quitting the job. It's like, oh, well, this has just happened. That could present some money problems here. Should I not go? I mean, the universe gets pissed off at me and at everybody. It doesn't like the situation that we're in because we are endowed with free will. And sometimes you do things that's not meant to happen. So I'm embroiled in some other situations right now that are going to be expensive, which were not planned, but yet they're going on whether I like it or not now, and that's a problem. I mean, it would have been much better to have this happen when I wasn't contemplating retirement, but no, it had to happen now. Of course, that's the way the world works, you know. You never get, things never work out the way you want them. You always have to have some kind of strange little blip in the force. What time is it? It is. Yeah, I got plans. I told you, Steve, it wouldn't take me any time to get here. It doesn't take 15 minutes to get up to Merlo from Walker Road. Look at that. Look at this. Oh my God. God. And why am I retiring, folks? Look, this is why I'm retiring. See this? This is not fun. You make too much money, they say. Okay, you guys come out here and do this motherfucking job for 15 years and tell me, did I make too much? I made $32,000 a year. I didn't make that much. I'm the first person to agree that the union rules are archaic and destructive, causing waste. This company should never have to pay $40 an hour to run a bus. That's obscene, but that's how they run things here. Everything is overtime, and then you have the never-ending hiring of the executive class here. These assholes, which is what they are, let's call a spade a spade. These assholes say they're going to be short. Not only do they have very questionable data, but they continue hiring on their levels. Look at that poor guy shivering in the shelter there. See him shivering in the shelter, waiting for the 62 bus. Poor transit rider. Yeah, I was listening to dispatch at 9, broke down immediately. When I got up, I turned it on because I'm always listening. If I'm home, I listen to it. I turn it on. And the first thing that comes up this morning was a 9 bus had some kind of problem which the driver deemed as unsafe, and she needed a mechanic. And what's the response from the dispatch? Well, sorry, we don't have mechanics on the weekend. Now, how can you be... You have Mary Fetch with a pager, 24-hour service, but you don't have a mechanic on the weekend. This is how fucked up it is here, folks. The sense of priorities is so backward, and the people that are ruling the roost are so entrenched. Complete support from the governor, apparently, and from that corrupt board of ours, that phony board of directors. You know, oh yeah, we're going to direct you. Yeah, sure you are. Come on, move up, you fucking slot, you. Some people just are not considerate when they drive. You know, there's nothing we can do about it, man. I mean, these people are going to do what they want, and they're going to fuck with their employees and the public, and they're going to get away with it. It's just sad. You know, I watched the protests on the East Coast, real protests. Even Boston with 170 million shortfall. They didn't even decrease the services. They did increase the fares, and their fares are still lower than TriMet, by the way. And they're like 5 times the size of TriMet. Look at this. Look at this. See, Steve, look at that. Okay, I left at 20 after. That's actually probably not correct time. It's taken me 14 minutes, Steve, to get up here. I told you, it's fast. And that's in the pouring rain. At least I don't have to do a 12. A 12-4-9. up to the... I wonder if maybe my ID badge doesn't work anymore. They might have disabled it or something. And here it is, folks. Yes, sir. The wonders of the TriMet Gulag. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to need my sunglasses, but I'm going to bring them anyway. In here. Let's see if my badge still works. Yep. Badge still works, folks. Fucking crazy. You relax. Alright. Who would have ever thought I would be back? Yeah, this is only because of the mistake I made that I'm here right now. Because I didn't calculate my days off correctly. So I'm here. Like the moron that I am. Alright, I've had my coffee. And there goes somebody. There's got a whole bunch of shit there. I've had my coffee. Now I better get in there before somebody signs my run. Yeah, here we are. Got Jeff Posner in there. In the exercise room. He was a great guy. Very motivated. Some people really adapt well to this kind of work. Here we are, folks. We got our nice little dinosaur here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, am I going? 7. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Oh, here it is. Here's a... Well, well, well. Oh my God. Look at these buses. It's a junkyard. The hillbilly junkyard where all the trash, they just throw it out back. Here's a sign that was working good right there. Look at my bus. You can see there's no power. Hopefully that means the battery's turned on. And not just dead here. Yeah, battery's off. Yeah. You never touch that without a napkin because it's fucking filthy. I don't like those out. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Unadjustable mirror, of course. Yeah, okay, it's working. Come on, Beth. Okay, start it up. You know, it's like riding a bike, driving a bus, you never forget how to do it. Oh yeah, don't forget to trim the sign. I mean, I can't remember the last time I actually had to do that. There we go. This doesn't feel that bad. Let's see here. Nope. A little bit cramped quarters, but I can get used to it. Oh, no memory card. Oh, I gotta put the memory card in, right. Look, schedules, folks, in the pouch. Get our mirrors in order here. Remember, there are no blind spots. They're only vision obstacles. How about those obstacles you can't see out of, like mirrors that are full of water? Like that? See that? Look, does that look like it's a vision obstacle or a barrier? What about this? What about this? You think that's like a hazard at all? You see how this water is all... No, that doesn't count. You've been taught to rock and roll. I don't think so. I think we gotta go. VEI, is that right? What is the code? This goddamn... What's that do with the power? Yes, it's me. I better go. Well, we got enough for now. Pull out of here. When am I supposed to pull out of here? I'm actually the driver on this route, but they've never actually seen me. They've never actually been here. Okay, pull out 854, which is right now. So I better get out of here. Okay, there you go. We're going. I'm not prepared. Give me a break. Off into the sunset, folks. Well, I tried to open this, but it's come off that little latch. Can I get that on there? I guess that will work, won't it? Yeah. So far, so good. Everybody, it's just amazing. You know, the greatest joy I ever got out of this job was the people are just happy to see me. Every single person that's got on the bus so far, I actually recognize. And it's just great when people are happy to see you. So it makes you feel good. Look who's here, it's Stevie, our Buckeye Bonzaroo.
I didn't wear my Buckeye stuff today because I got to save it for 5 o'clock.
And he brought me a nice coffee. What a nice, this guy's just too nice. Nobody can be this nice. Yeah, it was my first round trip. I have to tell you, it was very touching, the reception I got from the
People know
people.
that this
when
is, the people know this is it.
No,
This is your next
they don't
to
know
last.
what's going on, but they were very happy to see me. It's very,
The regulars even ride on Saturday?
yeah, yep, they sure do. A lot of these people work up here, and this is how they get around. It's a 67.
Oh, I know. Well, just look. That's the first 58.
That's the first one of the day.
That's the first one.
That's disgraceful.
And I think I told you, Al,
Disgraceful.
there was an assistant manager at the U.S. Bank over at the Lloyd Center. When I started driving this 3 years ago, she said she had to move to an apartment along Beaverton Hills Highway because she couldn't get to her branch by 9 o'clock
Yeah, I
on
believe
Saturday.
it. I know, it screwed a lot of
And
people.
it's just like, they just stranded them out.
I knew a lot of people that had to move off of the 67.
And then there's a produce manager up at QFC.
Yeah, yes, Stuart.
Yeah, Stewart had.
I just had lunch with him yesterday.
Excellent. So you still get, yeah.
Yeah, I keep in touch with him.
Yeah, he told me it was just awful what they did to those people. They just stranded
After
them.
all those years.
Yes, and then, there's not enough ridership. We'll take a 14 line.
Get rid of one of the communications people and keep the lines,
Well,
man.
just the 14 doesn't need 4 buses an hour on Saturday. Take 1 bus from the 14, 1 bus from the 17, and move it to a 6.
No, why don't we fund the streetcar, the free streetcar that we fund?
The free.
It is free. Nobody pays.
I do.
Well, you're the only one. You don't need to pay. You got a TriMet pass.
Before I started with you had a dream, TriMet dream. I had a TriMet dream too.
Did you?
Well, the same thing. I woke up and it was a dirty bus.
Nobody here, Ed.
Yes,
Dirty bus stream.
it was a dirty bus dream.
That's funny.
Now that.
Well, makes sense considering.
Now see the white linen tablecloth?
Yeah.
My uncle, who ran Chinese restaurants in Chicago for over 30 years, he insisted on clean linen, and he laundered all his staff's laundry every day.
Really? How they're having your exercise.
There's a Wayne and Garth. Swing.
See, 10 classes for $10. I guess you can't beat that. It was very odd getting behind that wheel when I first started driving.
It's been a month.
Yeah, it was a little bit like, whoa, I felt
exactly. In fact, I can relate to it. It's almost like you're out of the saddle for a month. You get back in, and it usually takes me about a half an hour.
Yeah, it took about, as soon as I got going, I was fine, but it felt a little odd when I first started going. It's like I lost it. Felt like I was going to like take off.
Well, we've got 12 minutes. We can loop around. Unless you want to go use the...
Yeah, let me go use the potty. Let me go use the potty today. I haven't gone yet. How's it going here? No, it's not that high.
Oh, this is where all of our famous dinosaur runoff,
Yeah.
all the drains from the
Right.
DEC goes right into here. So we get all the oil transmission right into here, which
I know,
claim is a DEQ violation.
Yeah, well, you know.
They could shut TriMet down based on the amount of runoff coming off this parking.
That will never happen, since they're all part of the same network.
Right. That's Freddie came from DEQ.
Right.
So did Terrell.
I mean, how can you have a nature preserve next to a transit?
Well,
Jeez.
actually, this is smart. And here's the other thing. You don't know me that well. I'm a big nut for planting conifers, which are natives.
Uh-huh.
Most trees planted in Portland are all deciduous, and all that does is cause more pollution with those damn air blowers.
Oh.
But whoever landscaped us put in these cedars
Yeah.
and sequoias.
And that was smart.
Yeah, that's smart.
Ooh,
And because they don't drop the leaves, the
Oh, right.
stays clearer and less muckier. But yeah, this
Except
is
they've got the West train and all the buses all will run off.
yeah, well, look at this. Isn't that sad? A 57 with a dinosaur.
Oh, God.
That's got to be torture.
That's pathetic.
Isn't it though?
It is. It's just
And you know
pathetic.
what? I bet you they had 10 low floors sitting there
I'm sure they
when
did.
you pulled out, and they put a 57 out with a dinosaur.
I'm sure you're right about that.
Those are new
that
chairs.
the administration in the last
New chairs, folks.
couple of years have received $1 million in bonuses.
I don't know anything about the bonuses. I know that.
Well, it's talking to Bruce Hanson,
yeah, I'm with you.
and that's what he was
I don't have.
and he says it's on,
I haven't seen any
you
info.
can find that online.
Well, I know pretty much a lot about what's going on, as you know, and I don't think I've seen anything about bonus payments anywhere.
Not from just Bruce was saying.
Yeah,
What Bruce was
I
saying.
haven't seen any documentation about that. But I do know that they never took any cuts, and they did take, you know, wage freeze. Well, okay, when you're making $200,000 a year, a wage freeze is not that big of a deal. And they're still hiring executives like it's going out of season. Okay, they're preaching poverty, hiring executives. Okay, it really works, right? I'll see.
Yeah, basically, what's their job?
Yeah, right. Providing nothing to the public.
No, it doesn't enhance bus
No,
service.
it doesn't enhance anything. It doesn't enhance rail service either. They're just bureaucrats.
Exactly.
They sit at desks. They don't produce anything for society. Nothing, and they get 6 figures. See you later. Okay, you're back, huh? Okay, well, I'm back too. You want to take a spin? Are you busy? Camera. Look, there's a new sign. Look at that. mtrimet.org. mtrimet.org. Feels like home.
Feels like you never left, huh?
Kinda does feel like I never left. You're right. This is kind of the job is doing. You know, you can be gone and when you come back, you're just like, oh yeah, right, that's what it is.
Pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Where?
Handwritten.
Where?
This thing.
What thing? What are you looking at? Oh. That's real professional. Okay, can you read that? I don't know. It's 12:30. Been here since 9, so 3.5 hours down, and let's see. It's a 9-hour shift, so it's 5.5 hours to go. I can make it. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's been a nice day. It's been nice, because there's no, you know, I'm used to traffic all over that shit.
Yeah.
Traffic jam after traffic jam after traffic jam is what I'm used to on 6. Today there's no traffic jam because it's the weekend.
Yeah.
And there's no PCC on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting any huge loads. Well, it's actually getting kind of nice out here. The weather's cleared. It's getting bright. Stevie doggy dog over there. Hi, Stevie. That last load was heavy. I got busy all of a sudden. The first 2 trips were light. All of a sudden, people decided to come out. Now it's getting bright out here. And I did bring my sunglasses, so I'm in. I'm in. And look, it's blue sky. And it is 1:36. 9, 10, 11, 12, 9. Okay, 4.5. We're halfway through the shift. 4.5 hours, halfway through the shift. So far, it's been very pleasant. It's very different on the weekend because you don't have the massive traffic jams that you do during the week. And of course, the loads are light because you don't have any people really working on 158. I mean, there's really two sources of loads for this bus. So here we are, beautiful Rock Creek. You know, the loads come from PCC and then the people that work along 158. There's quite a few people along 158 right now. So we had one heavy load, and then the rest of the day it's been light. Traffic is heavy at Hall and Cedar Hill, but the rest of the route is easy. So we're halfway through. We should be able to make it pretty easily. Well, the sun is out. The whole area has come alive. People have come out now that the sun is out. It's actually busy on the bus. Shopping center's full. take a walk because I got no exercise today. How nice it is out here. Taking a walk, get some exercise. Gotta get some exercise. I don't know, it's bizarre in that. I don't know. I don't really work weekends, so I'm used to hanging out with the night Merlot people. And the night Merlot people are very high seniority. Pretty damn good group of people. These people here, I don't know, man. They're oblivious. When you listen to them talking, it's like, you realize the obliviousness of the drivers here. Well, it's good for Neil, of course, because all they're interested in is making money. That's what they talk about. It's great, huh? There goes the train. Look at Lance. Whoa! Wow! He's got the transfer glasses, man. Wow!
Melissa gave me these.
You're busting people left and right now, huh?
Jesus,
What the hell?
that's
That's interesting.
Yeah,
actually.
she got
That's kind of functional.
Yeah, she gave a pair to JK a while back, I guess.
That's cool.
From the mechanic.
What the heck? Yeah.
What the hell?
I never even heard of those before.
Neither had I. So you're back for a little
Well, just for.
Well, guess who's going to have to go see Greg Larson again?
You didn't call your stop, did you?
Yeah, I do. And you know,
I know you do, Steve.
the thing that's
I already know.
that I'm going to say
It's
is,
just-
if you look at these last two reports, I use my microphone.
Yeah,
It's established on the inside calls. I said I yell out the door for the outside.
Now you
calls.
know how. Yeah, isn't it unbelievable?
Um,
You see how much of that can people take?
You know, well, my thing is I want to ask Greg for who's in charge of this program. And I know Stinker Muscle, Barry Tilson is retired.
Hail Mary, hallelujah.
What?
If we could just get Morgan to retire, we'll be in business.
But I want to know who's in charge of the program.
Who knows?
And all
Isn't that Alan?
Morgan, probably.
Yeah.
the sleuth caller.
I think. Who knows?
And then I'm going to Joseph Rhodes, and I'm going to say, listen, if you feel like reporting on this, fine, but you know what? You need to investigate how much money they spend on this program versus
We already know.
retrofitting the buses.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Yeah.
They could have
And
gotten this all taken care of.
how often these buses and microphones are
Does anybody know if we're going to get the new ticket machines where you punch it?
That's what. Yes.
We are?
Yes.
Then why the fuck did they spend $1 million to redo the machines?
I don't
And you
know.
have to get the sign strip to unjam it.
You mean
with the coins.
these ticket machines or those tickets? Oh,
Those
those.
in the buses.
I don't know. Because who knows, man? It's
You spend $1
fine.
million and you gotta unjam it with the coins.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I see $5, throw them all in. I want to see it get
supervisors,
jammed.
I don't think have the keys
Well-
to open them.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess here. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sure you've noticed.
But, so, I mean, I just was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, good luck. I'm glad you can do it. I've had just about enough of it. Like right up to here.
I just don't understand why they spend their money on
Because-
stupid ass shit
when
when we need to just get rid of the system and start over.
That's exactly what it is.
$250? You're gonna charge me $250 to get a 2-hour pass? Are you fucking crazy? Give me $250 for a 5 to 6 hour pass. Get me on as many buses,
I know.
keep me happy, or charge me $5.
They don't have any consideration for the. Come on, man. You've worked too long. Do they care about the riders? The answer is no. Do they care about us? The answer is no. These executives, man, they are some serious.
Well, on this,
And just let McFarland keep doing this fucker move.
I know. He's got
And the
the. I
governor's
can't.
seeing it, and he'll get
The
fired.
governor. Nah, the governor supports him. The
Oh, is he? I heard
Yeah.
he was against him, he was getting pissed off.
Not well. Maybe he's getting pissed off by now, but they got rid of Learback, which was the only pro person.
right,
Yeah.
Which governor? The one
Kitzhaber. He actually got rid of the pro labor guy. It's bad news.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I've been through it. I'll tell you what I do. I have always.
Well, I'm surprised it's not been grieved before, but Jeff said if they're going to discipline you, then I'm grieving this.
I'll tell you. I'm not sure what they think they're accomplishing by creating these phony complaints. You know what I mean? I just don't understand it.
The thing I don't understand is 2 reports in a row. I use my microphone. That's documented.
I know.
So if I'm using my microphone on all the other why would I not use it?
You do your job. I know it. You know it. Everybody that knows you knows it. Everybody that rides your bus know it. The only people that don't know it is the TriMet management.
Yeah.
Because they don't fucking know anything when you get right. They are fucking.
So you're back. Or you
Well, I'm back for today.
Oh.
And then I'll do one more day in a month, and then I'll do one more day when I go full time.
Are you gonna? Oh, and then you can. Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna go full time.
Yeah, I'm
For a day.
gonna get my gold and platinum benefits.
There you go. All right.
I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you later today. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. Let's see. Maybe they won't let me go. You know. See you later. See you later. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit tiring, but we're down to 2 hours. Two hours left and then get out of here. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain now. So much for my walk. I can't do the walk. Here comes the rain, here comes the rain. Oh, you got no layover? Okay, let's see. I only have this trip and next trip, and then I'm out of here. So I got 2 trips to go. So it's 9 to 6. That's 9 hours, right? 3, yeah, 9 hours. Okay, we're taking a walk here. It's got rain. And we got one more trip and then we're done. And I've just about had enough. Jesus. I'm not cut out for a 10-hour shift of this work. Now, some people do it, they have no problem with it, but I'm not going to do it. I mean, if I had to come tomorrow and do a 10-hour 12, can't do it. Just can't do it. I'd rather be poor. It's not palatable. And it's been a good day. I mean, you know, it's about as best as you can get, I suppose. I mean, you get a decent break in Beaverton. Schedule works. Not too many people. I've had a couple of pretty big loads. I've used up a whole book of transfers, which surprises me. I didn't think I'd have that many people today, but I did. And then I don't have to work again for a month. Work one day next month too. My heavens, I don't have to come back tomorrow. And then they stick in the sticker to make sure you really can't stand the station. Stick in one early morning to ruin it, man. And then they talk about safety. See, it's just such nonsense, these people. Okay, we're about ready to depart here from PCC, Rock Creek. Maybe for the last time. Now I'll be here one more time. And yeah, I just want to go home. Okay. Here I am, back again because I bungled my vacation days. So here I am. How many times have I shot this scene? A lot. Yes, you know, I'm just no good for 10 hours. I can't even do 10 hours of this. This was about as good as you're going to get here, really. I mean, it was never really heavy load, and traffic was okay. Had a decent break in Beaverton. You can't get any better, and it's still not acceptable. So I'm so done. I'm just done. You know when you're done, and I'm done. It is definitely the end of the era for me. Then you go into the room there, and it's conversations, or I don't know. I mean, how do they really expect to have like customer service when they have inhumane working conditions? I mean, you sit here for 10 hours. What do you think is going to happen to you? You're going to get numb. You're going to get mean. You're not going to care about customer service. You know, it's just like I told them at the board meeting. I mean, talking to the board meeting, like talking to that transfer cutter. You know, you get the same response. Oh, transfer cutter, did you know that the working conditions are not particularly good? Thank you, transfer cutter. I mean, that's what you get from the TriMet board. Nothing. They sit there, they listen, they pretend they care. They don't give a shit. It's a big show. It's a theater. It's not real. It's no value to go, really. I mean, other than... And if I didn't put the stupid movies up, nobody would even know that you went. I'm the only person that gave those people a voice. At least the public gets to see what you think. Because TriMet will never give you that. They'll never. It's a secret organization. And, you know, I really think that they intentionally have made it visible for us old-timers. I really believe that. They want us out. See, the corporate think is like the ends justify the means kind of thing, you know. It's like, okay, so we have to be unethical and treat these people like shit, but in the end we'll get these other people who will be more to our liking for whatever reason. Maybe we'll pay them less, they'll be under a different contract, whatever, you know. And that's how they think. I mean, it's such a black and white experience for people like me. From when Peggy Hansen was here in Banter. And you really, after you've been off for a while, I mean, I detached. That was really my last day, was when Cameron was here. That was my last day at this job. You know, this is only, I'm not part of it anymore, you know. I'm gone. I just feel like I'm not here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want it. It's toxic. I'd rather be poor than be here at this point in my life. But you know, I'll say, you know, I spent 15 years. At least TriMet gives you something for your labor. You gotta, you know, I'll get something out of it. I don't, you know, a small little pension and some help. You know? So you do get something for your toil. It's worth it because of that. If you can stick it out, you've got something to walk away with at least. You know, how many, and that's rare. That's not going to happen pretty soon. My goddamn face is peeling. Our last walk through the room around there. I'll be back in a moment. Do it again. Somebody left their paddle in the boat. It's too bad when you lose your enthusiasm. It really is. Look at this. Here's one of our lovely 1400. Here's your TriMet fleet. There's a spot mirror. Here, we saw this bus earlier. Look at this. God damn. They got quite a mess in here. There's a phone. You need a phone? That's quite a little scene they got there. Let's see what's going on over here. It's a perfect way to leave. Oh, look at this one. Wow. Well, this is how all the buses are going to look soon. It's coming. This is cool, huh? This is good air conditioning right here. I mean, they're all torn apart. Oh, heavens. There's small premium coffee. Boy, that's just... And they're ready for snow always. See, in case of the freak snowstorm, they've got this nice 1600 decked out. Ready to go. Okay, so in another day of the 15 years of... 15 years, it's, you know, it's hard to believe that 15 years actually went by. Really, I mean, with that 15 years ago, that's the problem with this job, is that it just, time loses relevance somehow. I think it's just the repetitive nature of the job creates this time warp. I mean, I can't even believe I've been there that long. What a ride that was for me, man, really. That was a wild ride. That's what you call taking an ordinary, dull job and turning it into an exciting adventure, and it really was. But boy, do I miss those old days with those old managers. They were really great. You know, when you... What a difference, what a difference. It's just incredibly different philosophies. So sad, man. It's just sad, you know. It's just, Neil just doesn't have it, man. He's a technocrat, you know. I mean, they're hiring back all their old people. It's disgraceful. TriMet is just blowing it, man. They can see all the rebellion going on around them. Does it move them? No, not one inch. Nope, they don't change. Nothing's going to change the direction of this company. We elected Dudley. I hate to say it, but if you want to change directions, it's one thing I do appreciate. It's not business as usual with the Republicans. And as awful as they are, I'm not a fan of republicanism. but they are destabilizing the status quo. Sometimes that's absolutely a necessary thing, even if it causes some hurts. I mean, transit is already a mess. Okay, this is before the Republican holding up the bills. Transit's already a disaster, not just here, but all around the country. So, what are they really doing? Oh, well, we're not going to be able to finish our construction jobs. Well, maybe that was the point. What are you doing here? You know, and it's true. Transit really is a cash machine for the people that work in it. You have bus drivers making $100,000 a year. That really is absurd when you think about it. That's absurd. Why does it cost $40 an hour to run a bus? That shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be a cash machine. The riders have to be first. And I don't know how you're going to change this system. I mean, it's too late. It's entrenched bureaucracy. You have people like Fred Hansen walking away with these huge pensions. I mean, how despicable is that? They can't provide service, but they can provide big pension. I mean, the whole thing is they can't provide a bus or health care, but they can build $1.5 billion, and then people will buy the paradigm. Well, that's the feds, and they say you can't do it. Yeah, that's the problem, motherfuckers. Is that the feds have set up a system which is intentionally destructive to the citizens. Don't you get it? Doesn't anybody understand? That's not an excuse that, oh, well, sorry, but the feds won't allow anything else. Well, that's where the change has to come. It has to come from the top down, not from the bottom up, from the top down. And there's also something else that's important that nobody ever talks about. There are 20% of the transit districts did not have to raise fares or cut service. 80% did, but there's 20% that didn't. Now, where are those? Who are they, and what are they doing? I read a profile on the MTS in San Diego, how successful they are over there, cost per ride and efficiency. I mean, is there any way to get out of this? And Neil McFarlane and his cronies, they could have taken the high ground by taking a pay cut. He didn't do it. He played the corporate executive all the way. He sits there, he has the nerve to say to people, oh, the last thing we do is service cuts. The first thing they do is service cuts. Oh, well, we eliminated 8 positions. Yeah, well, go read that memo from somebody who knows where they explain that was a whole ruse, because it's a ruse. And everybody knows it's a ruse. Everybody knows they're playing games with numbers. We're all aware of it, and there's still nothing we can do. They still continue playing their games. Your jig is up. We know what you're doing. You're in charge at the moment. But people are just getting madder and madder and madder. And this is Portland, don't forget. George Bush calls us Little Beirut. Even though we haven't had the kind of cantankerous uprising that places like Boston have seen. Boston, who's had this 40% fare increase, is still cheaper than TriMet, and they had very limited service cuts, and they've got this huge deficit, 170 million, or even more than that. So they raised their fare 40%, and it's still cheaper than ours. And they didn't cut anything, and they've got like 5 times the amount of service we do. Well, it's funded differently, and there's always an excuse that they can come up with. Well, why this is over there is like that, and why we can't do that. I mean, they always have a goddamn excuse for everything around here. One of the quotes that I've always remembered from from when I started blogging. There was some kind of dispute with one of the citizens over something, and it was a female, and she said, yeah, TriMet, you know, they'll always come up with 100 reasons why they can't do something, but they can't find one reason why they can do something. And that it does tell the story. They won't give you what you want. They'll come up with millions of excuses as to why we can't do it that way. That's not done that way. They can come up with a dozen or two excuses, but they can't come up with one reason why they can't. The fact that they went out and hired all these extra executives is despicable. The safety guy, the labor guy, it's despicable in the face of this shit. It's absolutely obscene that McFarland was able to do that with impunity. The board never questioned. The only person that questioned it was Learback, and where's he? He's gone. So we have this shithead governor, very similar to Obama. Kitzhaber's sitting in that seat because of organized labor. Okay? And he only won by a very small margin. And I should have voted for Dudley. Because at least the Republicans are honest about what they want to do. Okay, at least you know what you're getting with them. These Democrats are actually Republicans, but they masquerade as like, oh, we're progressive. They're masquerading. They're pandering to us. Don't you understand the difference? These Democrats pander to progressives. Behind the closed doors, they're fucking Mitt Romney. Okay, that's who they are. But in order to get elected, they can't. That's what Obama did. He pandered to all of these things, and then he turns out to be worse than Bush. He didn't do anything he said he was going to do. And Obama will be the next president, because as long as they keep bouncing us between these two parties, we don't have any hope. And as long as Americans are fooled by the two-party system, we're doomed. You better pay attention to Europe, folks, because that's coming here. Don't. We have more debt per capita than Greece, and look at what happened to Greece. They have 22% unemployment right now. Rampant homelessness. Complete failure of infrastructure. You better look over there, because that's the test case for the rest of us. Don't people track? The power elite are very, very brilliant. These are brilliant people that know how to manipulate the mass mind. You just have to marvel at the brilliance of the power elite. I just marvel at how they did it, man. How did they ever figure out how to control people like they did? It's just incredible. It's incredible. They've got everybody fooled, and there's no way out. I mean, you can't change the paradigm. It's like they've got everybody fooled. I watch it and I see it. You got to marvel at the incredible intelligence. Even McFarland and his propaganda department. You got to marvel at that choices thing he came up with. That was brilliant. I mean, I saw it immediately for fraud, and actually one of my associates was the one that really pointed it out to me. That was a complete joke. But I mean, it was brilliant because it funneled all the sheeple to make the decisions that they wanted. Brilliant. Brilliant use of propaganda. McFarland's war it's brilliant in its way. It's brilliant. I mean, I hate him for it, but I have to respect the propaganda value. If you have any brains at all, you respect the management that's capable of coming up with these brilliant ideas to manipulate the public. It's a marvel to watch. It's a marvel to watch. I mean, their marketing department is really a propaganda department. Every people that watch TriMet know that. There's no marketing going on there. That's all about generating propaganda, and they've done such a great job. The Portland TriMet, the green, sustainable, the bike. I mean, only 5% of the people use bikes, but yet it's got this idea that it's somehow the mecca. It's a farce. The green thing. There's no green here. There's no more green here than Berkeley, California, or so. Actually there's more green over there. But somehow they've been able to spin it into this public relations extravaganza. And I mean, Portland is a nice city. I mean, I don't think Portland is a shitty city. Go walk around down, it's not bad. I mean, you got to give those people, the Beard Cats, some credit. You can't just say it was all bad, because it's not. It is a nice city. They got to be doing something right. It can't be all wrong, because the city itself is nice. I mean, it's a nice little city. So it's not all negative. It's just not. I mean, I see the negative effects because I work outside. If you live in Portland, you can't bitch about your bus. It's great down here. Unbelievable. You got streetcars, you got buses, you got rail, you got everything in Portland. Portland is fantastic transit, other than it doesn't run late enough. But buses do. There are buses that run late. The rail endings early is just ridiculous. But no, you can't bitch about Portland. It's what's going on here? Road closed. What's going on here? What is it? You know, it looks like a movie thing. Oh my God! Stop everything! It's a movie. Oh my God! They're making a movie. It's gotta be. I know this fucking Hollywood thing is. The Hollywood thing is so fucked up, man. Hollywood. Or maybe there's one of those soccer games or something. I don't know. Yeah, it must be a soccer game. See, look, they got stadium parking, $50 and shit. He's smiling at me. He looks happy. Yeah, what a just incredible story, really. I mean, TriMet really was an incredible experience for me. It really was. And if I can ever get my notes together and try to write some kind of novel on this. I've got this huge body of work. I don't know if I'm going to be able to organize it enough. I got to get working on that, though. What's this guy doing? All right, we're back. Okay, I'll be back in a month. Ugh.